We did it, guys. We made it to the end of the NBA regular season. It wraps up tomorrow. Maybe it's just because I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, but it genuinely feels like this season has lasted a lifetime. Like, you're telling me that 5-0 start by the Chicago Bulls was only like 6 months ago? Feels like it was 6 years ago. It's so far in the rearview mirror now. But if you guys are interested, every year at the start of the year, I rank my top 25 players in the NBA going into the season, and then I quote it at the end of the year with what my top 25 looks like now. So I did that this morning. Hit the Twitter page, check that out, see who rise, who fell, who totally got off the list, who made their way onto the list. It's really interesting to just see how much differently we look at these players 6 months later. So the cool thing about this time of the year is we have the playoff matchup set outside of the 1-8 and the 2-7 in each conference, because obviously that has to be decided by the play-in tournament. We have the 3-6 lined up. We have the 4-5 lined up in each conference. So let's go through it. Let's break it down a little bit. Let's start in the Eastern Conference, where we are getting Raptors, Knicks, first round. On paper, the Knicks should handle this series really well. I like this Raptors team, though. Coming into the year, there were a lot of questions like, how do Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, how are you going to create a cohesive offense off those four players? And Darko, man, shout out to Darko, one of the best coaches in the NBA. He introduced a pretty innovative system to them this year, and they play with a lot of offensive cohesion. And then they got a guy like Brandon Ingram, who he can just get you a bucket in those grimy possessions, those possessions where you got to get it out the mud a little bit. So I like this Raptors team. They play hard. Scotty Barnes gives them a defensive identity. Colin Murray-Boyles contributes to that defensive identity too. It's going to be a tough series for the Knicks, but I'm still picking the Knicks. The Knicks, on paper, they still have so much talent. It's hard to pick against them. I think it's going to be a tough series, a gritty series. I'm going to go Knicks in 6. Then out west, our 3-6 is Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Living in Minnesota, I can tell you guys, a lot of Timberwolves fans, they're not that worried about the matchup because they beat them 2 years ago in the playoffs, but you guys should be worried. I think this is the best roster Nikola Jokic has ever had with the Denver Nuggets. He's healthy. Murray's healthy. Gordon's healthy, Christian Braun's healthy, Peyton Watson's healthy, and then you got Tim Hardaway Jr., you got Bruce Brown, you got Valanciunas coming off the bench. Like, this is a very deep Nuggets team. You should be worried about it. For the Timberwolves, I love what Ayo Dosunmu has brought to that team since the trade. I like what Bones Highland has done this year off the bench as well. It's just really hard to pick them in that series. So I'm going to go Nuggets in 5. I think it's going to be an ass-kicking type series. I'm still concerned how healthy Anthony Edwards actually is and how healthy Jaden McDaniels actually is. Then we got the 4-5 matchup. So out east, Hawks versus Cavaliers. On paper, the Cavaliers are the much better team, but this is playoff James Harden that we're talking about. Donovan Mitchell gets a bad rap in the playoffs for some reason, even though he always shows up. They flamed out early in the playoffs last year. That wasn't Donovan Mitchell's fault. He played his ass off that whole series. So I know Mitchell's going to show up. I have questions about if James Harden is going to show up, but they're playing the Hawks. The Hawks are totally unproven. Jalen Johnson, he's never been here before, so it's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to pick the Hawks, or not the Hawks. I'm going to pick the Cavs in 5 in this one. Just on paper, they are so much better than the Atlanta Hawks. Then we look out west. I think this is the easiest series. If the Rockets do not sweep the Lakers, we need to have serious questions about the Rockets. This Lakers team, no Luka, no Austin Reeves. There is no reason for them to steal a single game from the Houston Rockets. LeBron James is 41 years old, guys. If LeBron has some kind of crazy 2018 NBA Finals type performance, then hats off to him. I will respect the shit out of that man. It's just hard to see him doing that at this stage of his career. So I'm picking the Rockets in 4 in that one. I'm really excited for the playoffs to kick off. The play-in tournament is going to be really interesting too. I'll break that out. I'll break that one down probably Monday when we for sure get those matchups set up. But let me know in the comments, man, what do you guys think about these matchups and who are you picking in these matchups?